Indiana's Fever just got crushed by 15 at home. Their star dropped 21 points, shooting 66%, but even that couldn't save them. So how did the front office react to all of this panic? They shared a long AI-written hype post on socials, and the comments section turned into an absolute bloodbath within minutes. Make some trades and get this roster right. It's honestly depressing that we are still stuck in this spot. Caitlin deserves better, and the fans are officially losing their patience. If you saw that preseason game, you would get it too. Sure, it's just preseason, but the energy was real. Welcome back to WNBA Pro, your home for the raw, unfiltered truth. We give you the unvarnished facts about everything happening on the basketball court. No excuses. Sit down, breathe, and get ready. Today, we're dissecting a fan base that is on the absolute verge of a mutiny. We're calling out some massive management incompetence. The Indiana Fever are learning the most expensive, humiliating lesson in sports. You cannot just hype your way out of a broken roster. Let me explain exactly what happened, because the timeline of events over the last 48 hours is almost comical in how badly management handled things. Last Thursday night, the Fever got handed a 95-80 loss by Dallas. It was a total train wreck, even though Caitlin Clark looked brilliant. She put up 21 points, shooting an efficient 4 of 6, playing like the superstar we all expected to see. Then came the flagrant foul. She took a hard hit, clutched her knee, and sat out the rest of the game. What happened once their star player hit the bench? The rest of the squad completely fell apart on the floor. Everyone else shot a combined 20 of 54 from the field. Supermax player Kelsey Mitchell was a -18, shooting 4 for 12. Meanwhile, Sophie Cunningham finished the night with 0 points. Their defense just vanished, surrendering a shocking 36 points in the second quarter by itself. It was an embarrassing, low-effort showing from every single player not named Caitlin Clark. 3 starters are injured, and we've got 8 days until opening night. Seriously, what was that game even supposed to be? No strategy, no defense, just a total brickfest. If you want a deep dive into what needs fixing immediately, check out Venom Reacts. Seriously. Go watch his latest video for a full breakdown. So, how does a real pro sports team handle this? A smart front office actually addresses the fans' concerns. They'd give an instant medical update on their star player. They admit the team needs work before opening night. But not Indiana. The next day, instead of being honest with fans, the Fever's social media team posted a long, pre-written essay hyping up the new season. It sounded exactly like an AI chatbot wrote it. Just pure, unfiltered corporate word salad. It claimed the roster was stacked. It talked about winning a championship. It claimed the fans were the best in the WNBA. It was a corporate puff piece that ignored the disaster fans witnessed on court, and the fan base absolutely shredded them for it. Are they even going to trade anyone? Let's look at these reactions, because they are getting absolutely crushed right now. Fans aren't buying the performance they just witnessed. Preseason or not, it was ugly. This just confirms we are too small. Why are we like this? It validates every complaint from the whole offseason. Management needs to make some cuts and trades, and they need to do it fast. That was tough to watch. I hope Caitlin is okay. If you check the comments on that post, it's a total bloodbath. Get a backup center or trade for Brink. That was the most liked comment. One fan said, "You just lost by 15 and you're posting this nonsense?" Another wrote, "Stop the AI posts and make real moves." But the most liked comment on the post, the one that completely ratioed the team's account, it was 8 simple words that should keep everyone in the Fever front office awake tonight. This franchise sucks so bad. Engagement was through the roof, but it was 100% negative feedback. Their desperate attempt to manufacture hype backfired completely. Fans are simply not in the mood for corporate spin right now. They want real solutions. And that leads us to the biggest demand flooding their comments right now. People are begging the team to trade for Cameron Brink from the Sparks before the season officially tips off. The mainstream media isn't touching why this Cameron Brink talk is so fascinating or why the fans are completely obsessed with making it happen. Look, Let me break it down tactically. On paper, this is the absolute dream scenario. Cameron Brink is a 6'4" power forward and center for the Los Angeles Sparks. She was the number 2 pick in the 2024 draft out of Stanford, taken right after Caitlin Clark. She tore her ACL in her rookie season, endured a brutal rehab, returned in 2025, and immediately showed those terrifying flashes of two-way dominance that made her a top pick. Her athleticism is incredible, and she blocks shots at an elite rate. She rebounds relentlessly and stretches the floor with her rapidly developing three-point shot. Most importantly, she is exactly the kind of physical, dynamic front-court piece the Indiana Fever are starving for right now. Let's face the reality of the Fever's front-court depth, because right now, it is a complete disaster. Aaliyah Boston has already missed both preseason games with a lower leg injury. Without Boston anchoring the paint, the Fever are forced to start Monique Billings and Michaela Timpson. Monique Billings went just 1 for 5, scoring 2 points against Dallas. Michaela Timpson dropped 11 points on efficient shooting, which is great, but she is a rookie with exactly 2 pro games under her belt. You cannot anchor a championship defense on a rookie. Damaris Dantas shot a brutal 2 for 11. Misha Hines-Allen added 7 points but finished as a -8. There is zero reliable backup for Aaliyah Boston in the paint. If she misses significant time during the regular season, the Fever are going to face the exact same collapse they suffered this past Thursday night. They will get bullied inside and run right off the court. They need to swat shots like Cam Brink. It would help the rebounding efforts to have another big next to AB cleaning up the glass. Cameron Brink running the break on a pass from Caitlin Clark? I would love that. She would solve their problems overnight. She would give the Fever a terrifying two-way presence in the front court who can protect the rim, secure the glass, and hit a jump shot when needed. Just imagine the tactical nightmare of defending a Caitlin Clark and Cameron Brink pick and roll. If you trap Clark at the three-point line, she hits Brink at the top of the key for a 4-on-3. That is an automatic bucket. Brink's elite shot blocking would anchor the entire defense whenever Boston needs to rest. Her transition athleticism perfectly complements Caitlin Clark's fast-paced run-and-gun style. On paper, the fit is absolutely, perfectly flawless. It is a match made in basketball heaven. But here at WNBA Pro, we do not sell fantasies. We give you the hard truth. Here is the harsh reality Fever fans need to hear. Demanding a trade for Brink right now is just fantasy basketball. The Los Angeles Sparks are simply not going to trade Cameron Brink. She is only 23 years old. She was the number 2 pick and is the clear franchise player in LA. The Sparks are rebuilding their entire organization around her. They have absolutely no incentive to trade her unless Indiana offers a massive, historic package including multiple future first-round picks and a promising young star player. And guess what? The Indiana Fever lack the draft capital to pull off a trade of that massive magnitude. Why? Because the front office already used their first-round pick this year on a guard named Raven Johnson. The front office built a roster that is bloated with guards while lacking any real front court depth. They blew a valuable first-round pick on a guard when the roster was desperate for a forward instead. They have committed massive salary cap space to veteran guards like Kelsey Mitchell. While the paint stays thin behind Boston, don't get me wrong, the fans are 100% right to be frustrated. This frustration is completely legitimate. The front office put themselves in this hole. And now they are 8 days from opening night with 3 key players hurt. It is a roster full of holes with absolutely no clear solution for the depth problem. That trade just is not happening. What they should be doing instead of playing with AI chatbots is exploring smaller, more realistic moves. They should be searching for a veteran center on the free agent market right now. They need a solid depth piece who can give the Fever 15 minutes of competent, physical play whenever Boston needs to rest. That is a realistic request. That is a basic requirement for any general manager. Stay with me, because here is the bigger, more dangerous issue this AI disaster just exposed. The Indiana Fever clearly have a massive, systemic communication problem. I thought you were prioritizing defense. But there is no offense either. Stephanie White, the supposed defensive coach, just gave up a massive 95 points. A so-called defensive specialist getting torched by the New York Liberty in the first half? These were her primary starters. Defense is your specialty, Stephanie. That is your whole thing. We have been shouting this on WNBA Pro for 3 weeks. Just check the track record. From Stephanie White wanting Caitlin Clark off-ball to Kelly Krauskopf's weird adjustment remarks, plus Lynn Dunn calling fans whiners and Amber Cox's confusing combo guard talk, it is a mess. Every single time. Every time this front office speaks to its loyal fans, they trigger another massive, unnecessary controversy. This AI-generated hype post is just the latest embarrassing proof that this front office is totally out of touch with reality. Fans did not want some fake promotional essay about how amazing this upcoming season is going to be. They are not fools. They wanted 3 things. First, a real update on Caitlin Clark's knee after that scary flagrant foul. 2, a concrete timeline on exactly when Aaliyah Boston and Lexi Hull will be back on the court. And 3, a humble admission that the Dallas performance was totally unacceptable and that the staff is working 24/7 to fix these glaring issues before the big season opener. Instead, they got a corporate hype post that sounded like it was written by some soulless machine. The backlash was instant and savage. These fans watched the game. They saw the box score with their own eyes. They saw Caitlin Clark drop 21 efficient points, while the rest of the team crumbled without her. Now, an automated script is telling them everything is going to be amazing, when all the evidence suggests a total disaster. It is insulting to the intelligence of fans paying their hard-earned money for tickets. Here is exactly what the Indiana Fever must do over these next 8 days, or they risk losing this fan base forever. First, get Aaliyah Boston on the floor for that Nigeria preseason game this Saturday. Even if her minutes are strictly limited, even if it is just 10 minutes of action, you have to prove to these fans that their all-WNBA center is healthy, moving well, and ready for the grind. Second, get Lexi Hull on the court. Same logic applies. This team desperately needs her floor spacing. Third, give us a clear medical update on Caitlin Clark. No more coach speak about managing reps or being smart. Release a statement confirming Caitlin Clark is 100% healthy and ready for May 9th. A supposed defensive coach getting torched by the Liberty in the first half when her best starters were playing? Defense is your specialty, Stephanie. That is your thing. If we are holding teams to 75 points, fine. But giving up 85 or 90? That is different. Caitlin Clark is returning to Gainbridge Fieldhouse. I can dream, right? We really lack Cameron Brink. I think with Cameron Brink, they will need a roster move eventually, whether that happens now or later. Whether at the trade deadline or weeks before, it must happen. Most importantly, stop posting fake AI promotional content that ignores reality. Speak to the fans like adults. Acknowledge the glaring holes in this roster. Offer real solutions and let the basketball do the talking once the regular season officially tips off. Right now, the loudest voice in the Fever fan base is not excitement, it is pure, unadulterated anger. Angry fans do not buy tickets. They do not tune in. They do not spend money on merchandise. They go online and flame your AI hype posts, saying this franchise is a mess. WNBA Pro is telling this front office right now, if they do not fix their communication and this roster immediately, opening night will be a hostile environment rather than a celebration. 8 days left. The clock is ticking. The season opener on national TV against the Dallas Wings is looming, and the fans are running out of patience. This is WNBA Pro. If you value honest analysis that holds these front offices accountable, please consider hitting that super thanks button below to support the channel directly. It is the only way we can deliver the unvarnished truth without corporate interference. Smash that subscribe button right now. Hit like to push this video through the algorithm and drop your honest take in the comments section below. Should the Fever mortgage their future for a trade, or is this current roster good enough once everyone is healthy? I want to read every single opinion down there. Hit the notification bell. Opening night is exactly 8 days away and we are counting down every single second.